It's really better known as a Disney character than it is as a planet. Pluto is so far away, it was just a speck on those planetary charts that used to hang in the front of every elementary school classroom. Tonight there is a spacecraft en route to that speck. As spacecraft go, this is a fast one. It's considered a sports car, but the trip will still take 9 years.
The trip will still take 9 years.
And the journey begins with NBC's Tom Costello.
4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition and liftoff of NASA's New Horizons spacecraft.
After 2 days of delays, a picture-perfect launch to the solar system's farthest planet and the stars beyond.
This is a really historic day, and I have to say, only the United States can do this, and I'm very proud of that.
Launched atop an Atlas V rocket, the New Horizons spacecraft is the size of a piano, now racing to Pluto faster than any previous NASA rocket. At 36,000 miles per hour, it will pass the moon just 9 hours after liftoff. By comparison, it took 3 days for Apollo 11 astronauts to reach the moon in 1969. At New York's Hayden Planetarium today, the talk was of breaking through a new frontier.
So we know hardly anything about this new place in the solar system.
Pluto was just discovered 76 years ago in the darkest recesses of the solar system. Today, scientists think it's about 70% rock and 30% ice, which is one reason scientists are now divided over whether it's really more of an asteroid or a comet than it is a planet. Part of the unexplored Kuiper Belt, which holds the remains of ancient comets and planets.
It's all about going to a new frontier, a new place, just to find out what it's like and why is it different.
On board the probe, the ashes of the American astronomer who discovered the planet in 1930. But just getting to Pluto will take 9 years. The first detailed report back not expected until 2015.
Not expected until 2015.
Tom Costello, NBC News, New York.
And could there be more planets in our solar system, Martha? Some scientists now say yes. British and Spanish astronomers say that there may be at least 2 more planets hiding behind Pluto, which still doesn't count as a planet, by the way. Ripped off. Mike Massimino is a former NASA astronaut and professor of engineering at Columbia University. How are you, sir? What's it matter?
Well, if this would be a major discovery, if we can find that if there actually are more planets in our solar system, it would be a major find. Would it affect our daily life? Maybe not so much, but certainly we have to rewrite a few of the astronomy books.
I got you. So I always thought there were 9 planets.
That's what we learned. That's what we learned when we were kids.
I'm wrong. Now, what's the deal?
When we were kids, it was 9. Then there was a controversy a few years ago. They said no, there's only 8, and now there may be some more out there. So it just goes to show you we keep finding more and more stuff.
And Pluto's not living up. Now listen. How do they go about determining there's another planet out there? How do we find that? How do we locate it?
This is what I find to be most interesting. You know, as an astronaut, I got to work on Hubble. But I was like the repairman. I don't look through the telescope, but we talk to these astronomers how they use a device like the Hubble Space Telescope, or how these guys made their discovery. They look for evidence. They find things and they don't know why they're seeing this evidence. So what they found, there's a bunch of rocks out beyond Pluto, way out there in our solar system, that were being disturbed more or less by gravity. Their pattern was not as it normally would be, naturally occur if they were just those objects floating around. So they see something else pulling on them and disturbing the orbit, and they don't know what that is. So the theory that they have is that there's more planets, really big ones, way far away.
So it's based on,
the solar system.
It's possible they have not even seen these planets.
Yeah, I don't think they have. In fact, the only evidence that I'm aware of that I've read about here is that it's a gravitational attraction, and the only way, one of the ways that they would explain this is to say that there's other planets out there. If you with the Hubble Space Telescope, dark energy and dark matter, and this is at the Intrepid Museum now. They have the Hubble 25 exhibit, and you see some of the stuff. They talk about things like gravitational lensing. They can, which means they can look on a lens. There's a picture of this in the museum where you can see the bending of light. And so the light can actually bend, and they can measure the bending of light. And they would say, well, what matter is around here that's causing that bend in the light? And then he said, well, there's got to be so much matter, but they can only recognize a portion of the matter. That's why they come up with dark matter. So there's more there's more stuff out there than we can account for. We can
or
measure
the
gravitation.
possibility that it's emitting light, right? Or it's sending light back, and that's how
Correct.
you would locate it.
Right. So
it would reflect the light of the sun.
Yeah, but they don't know what this stuff is. So they call it dark matter, for example. In this case, what their hunch is that it's a planet that's out there that's causing this gravitational
Are you going to be okay with this?
Yeah, I think this is cool. I think what it shows you is, you think you know something and you don't. We really don't know what's going on. Dark matter, dark energy, we only can recognize like 10% of the energy in the universe, 10% of them. We don't know what the heck is going on out there. Very exciting stuff.
And quickly, when you were growing up, you memorized the planets in a very peculiar way. And what was that again?
It was my very educated mother just served us 9 pizza pies.
She did.
And each one of those words, that gives you, you start with Mercury, Venus, or right there. And we're going to have to update that. We got to come up with names, too. I don't know what they're going to do. So
to make more pizza.
Something. All right,
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks for having me.
See you soon.